Well, from people that was on top, man Jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
It is real, it's 91.9, 91.5, 2 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. My name, Andre Donald. And of course, I'm going to be taking you through until 9 o'clock this morning. Good morning to you. Let's pray.
Father, with thankful heart, we do approach your throne of grace. We are very thankful, O God, that we open our eyes this morning. The rising of the sun. And Lord, if you permit our life for the evening period, the going down will be the same. We do also recognize that this day that you have made, God, Father, by opening time each morning and see the rising of the sun, it is a miracle by itself. There are a lot of people that didn't wake up this morning, oh God, to see the rising sun. I'm in sympathy with those people, oh God. But Father, we are here. So we ask you, God, to bless our heart. We ask you, God, to keep us, oh God. Father, we ask you for your protecting mercy over our lives as we leave from one destination to another this morning. We bring all the commuters and the nation roads this morning, O God. Father, take them safe to the destination, O God. Father, we ask you, God, to look down upon this beautiful country of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, O God. Father, we are fortunate to be living on this side of the world called Grenada. We ask you, God, to touch us, O God. And Father, this morning I bring, O God, the radio station, Relay FM, before you, O God. Father, I'm asking you, God, to touch each and every one. Lord, each and every piece of the instrument that is on this station, oh God, the blood of Jesus over it. I bring the management and staff, and not only them, bring all the listeners before you throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, even the diaspora, I bring them, oh God. Father, I bring the school children before you, and I'm over them. Father, I bring our young people in our nation before you, O God. Father, for what we are hearing, O God, it is not too nice. But I bring our young children before you, especially the school children, O God. I bring the parents, O God. Father, take full control. And we thank you for your grace. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for everything that you have done for us and you continue to do. We ask all this mercy.
Amen and amen. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm on top of the world, Andre Donald.
Well, don't fall.
Now, right up on top. What are you doing, sir?
I'm all right.
Your song, sir.
All right, so have a great day.
You too, man.
All right, take care. Good.
Bye-bye. Nice.
It's real. It's 91.9. Good morning, Grenada. How you doing? It's me.
Yes. Agriculture, number one.
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Sateras in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many, many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
Ziz's Minimart, located in Montrose St. Patrick, is where you feel all your grocery needs. Looking for a variety of items? Visit Ziz's Minimart. Spend $50 and over for a chance to win. First prize, a brand new toaster oven. Second prize, an electric kettle. Draw takes place on Mother's Day. We're open Monday to Thursday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. On Fridays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us today, 457-1100. That number again, 457-1100. Come to Ziz's where you shop more and less.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution.
As we smooth along in the morning time, morning drumsticks.
Hello, good morning.
Talk to me.
Good morning to the nation. Good morning to the nation. And I reading from the Word of God, Psalm 135. Praise to the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye all the name of the Lord. Praise him, O ye servants of the Lord. He that stands in the house of the Lord, in the courts of the house of our God. Praise the Lord, for the Lord is good. Sing praises unto his name, for it is pleasant. For the Lord had chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his pillar treasure. For I know that the Lord is great, and that our God is above all gods. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you so very much. How are you today?
I'm good.
All right, the family?
Everybody all right?
Great. Take care of yourself, my love.
You too. Have a nice day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye. It's real. It's 91. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. East. Good morning. West. Good morning. North. Good morning. South. Boy. Good morning tomorrow. Yeah. Agriculture. I'll be having a couple of guests this morning. So you will not be hearing BJ, and will you be hearing JD? Has to do with, I think we're gonna have about 3 persons, so it had to do with space and location. So we could not have those guys, meaning BJ and JD. So most definitely, all equal, they should return, meaning BJ and JD. They will be returning, and that will be next week. Yeah, next week, God's will. They return. Oh, how's your week been going so far? I trust, okay. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason why your week should not be going well. There's absolutely no reason. And I want to say this, I believe that these days what we're doing is that we're not really dealing as we should with our terrestrial listeners. Morning all on terrestrial radio. All, every single one of you. Good morning to you, and thank you so very much for making that choice. You didn't like it? Well, I thought you did love me, the fact that I said good morning to you. I thought you'd love that, but it looked like you didn't like it, so that's not nice.
Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors. Aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices. Or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware. Foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
It's all about passion, skill, and energy.
Well done.
As the 2023 Sandals GFA National U15 Boys Tournament kicks off on Saturday, April 22nd at the Cuthbert Peters Park in Guelph at 2:30 p.m. You can expect exciting football as you see our future stars in action. Para FC International are the defending champion. Let's see if they will be dethroned in 2023. The Sandals GFA National U15 Boys Tournament, Saturday, April 22nd, 2023 at the Cuthbert Peters Park in Guelph from 2:30 p.m. Admission is free. Come out in your numbers this Saturday to support our under 15 footballers. Let's support our future stars.
Make money, make money, 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 make money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th. 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Make money, 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 make money, money, money.
Ozone really gets clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. The the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra-soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes limes and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most. Your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home. My Flow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Boy, yo, they gonna fly with kite now. The wind picking up. I'm coming. Kite, what you doing? Fly my kite. Yeah, but not here. You can't fly kite near power lines, boy. Why not? The wind good. Because say, kite threads conduct electricity. Yeah, kite. He's right. If your kite gets stuck in power lines, it can cause power outages, or even worse, it can get shocked. Come, then you gonna fly them in the pasture. Yeah, that makes sense.
Gwen.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh, yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those weak politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Manchester didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer.
Good morning again, friends in Grenada, Caribbean, Martinique, and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. How you doing? Well, information did come to hand early this morning that our goodly Dr. Thompson, that she went to the hospital yesterday. Well, I do hope that things worked the way that she'd wanted to work, and as we recognize, because it's one of the persons, it's one of the persons in St. Patrick that I don't believe enough recognition has been given to her. You know, I was speaking to Hubert White earlier this morning, and that is Hubert. He reminded me that Dr. Thompson, she taught at the St. Patrick Roman Catholic School, and then she went on to teach at GBSS. And then she did some studies, and at one point in time she was the A-level biology teacher, I think the only one in Grenada at that particular point in time. And subsequent to that, she did go on to do her studies in medicine, and subsequent to that, of course, she's a doctor. So she would have basically worked with government all her life, from teaching at St. Patrick's Roman Catholic, GBSS teaching, and then being a doctor. Wow, a lot of service. But she's not doing too well, and she's at the hospital, so let's all remember her in our prayers.
Yes, Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and get agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put legal with a code, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad. During pollution, we used to use up all the fruits that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh gosh, why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You put legal with a code, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord, Lord, all over the world you go, agriculture is number one. We soil is so rich and pure, but the youths cannot understand. Well, all the education you have, man, still can ignore the soil. Everybody want to work in office, and I know the reason why. Yes, man, everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. You put legal with a code, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. Tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Oh yes. All right. Agriculture, number one, number one, number one, yes, the number one. Agriculture, oh yes, number one, number one, number. Yes, the number one. Agriculture. Yes, Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one.
91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, once friends, wherever you are at this particular point in time. And, I try to do my best with you. But I'm on the line from the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office, Jason Robertson. Good morning, Jason.
Morning to you, Andre, and good morning, listeners of Real FM. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Thursday, the 20th day of April 2023. At point in, it is cloudy and hazy. A fresh breeze is from the east at 20 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 1013.9 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present 27.3 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 78%. Maximum temperature was 30.5 Celsius and the minimum last night 26.3 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had no rainfall at the airport. The total for the month remains at 1.1 millimeter. Now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carrick 1 PT Martinique, valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, hazy and windy with a light brief isolated shower, becoming generally fair during the afternoon, becoming partly cloudy overnight with few brief showers. Today's maximum temperature should reach 30.5 degrees Celsius. The wind should be east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. The sea should be moderate with waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tide is currently falling, will be under m and high at 3:45, sunset 20, sunrise tomorrow 5:54. To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy, hazy and windy with the light brief isolated shower, becoming generally fair during the afternoon, becoming partly cloudy overnight with few brief showers. From the Morris Bishop International Airport, Jason Robertson reporting.
Thanks, Jason. Have a wonderful day. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, 28 minutes after 7 o'clock. Yeah. Did I say who my guests were? Well, if I didn't, you'll just have to wait and find out.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street, Sates, in the Kweze. Dr. Guerrero, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking, removal of uterine fibroids, and vaginal warts, hernias, C-section. She also specializes in diagnostic and therapeutic DNC, abnormal bleeding. They're in collaboration with Alice Labs, located in St. George, opposite the Excel Plaza. Dr. Santos, an oncologist who specializes in cancer treatment, a general practitioner, family doctor, will be joining Dr. Guerra in the not-too-distant future. Walk-ins are accepted. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352. That number again, 423-3352. Put your health first.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branch on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandstand sub-office. Call us or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
To save 30%. Everybody. Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
The Father Hilarion Chisaya Home welcomes residents from May 2nd, 2023. Anyone wishing to register can contact us on 442-9214 or 404-7828 from Monday, 17th March 2023 between the hours 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also send us an email on hilarionhome@hotmail.com or hilarionhome@spicel.com. Look to hearing from you.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD. Wherever you are at this particular point in time, it is indeed my pleasure to be with you here on this media entity. You know, I kind of have to stop saying radio station because at the end of the day, we do have a YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel where pictures are going out, so you cease to be a radio station. You're now upgraded to what is a media entity. That's how I like to call it. I think, yeah, as of today, yeah, no more Real FM radio. Real FM media entity. Anyway, I'll figure that out when the time comes. Right, I said to you that I was going to have a guest with me this morning, and my guests, they are here. 3 persons, and one person gave me a big surprise this morning. And you see, you, that lady that just called me there and gave me that scripture reading, you know that was going to happen. But you ain't saying nothing. Don't worry, I shall deal with you. You shall be dealt with. Nonetheless, let me say good morning to a gentleman who was a staple here. You know, I don't know, he just disappeared from me all of a sudden. Dr. Antoine, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Andre. Yes, fine, thanks. Good morning to your dear audience out there, and thank you for having me one more time. No, I didn't disappear from you.
No, you disappeared, Dr. Antoine.
No, it was just a brief break.
The last time you were here was about 2 years ago.
COVID was
3 years ago.
COVID was a factor. You know that better than I do.
As a matter of fact, I kind of prefer COVID because at least you used to call and say, yo, Andre, you okay? Now COVID is not, well, not gone, but it's subsided a bit.
Yeah.
I don't see you. I don't hear about you, Dr. Antoine.
Yeah, tried sending messages saying hello to you, busy doing various activities, you know, so you don't have time to respond to me. But no, I've been in touch with you every now and again, whenever it's convenient and possible. And so yes, thanks for having us this morning, and I look forward to a great, wonderful discussion.
Even the staff ask me, when I came and I said, Dr. Antoine will be on Thursday, they're like, you're Dr. Antoine? I'm like, yeah, the same one. What, he resurrect? That's what it was. The staff said, what, he resurrect? But it's nice to see you here, and nice to be talking things pertaining to agriculture with you. And
thanks for having me.
I'm just gonna go to your friends who are here with you this morning, and get an introduction from them, and then we would start to get into the meat of things, so to speak.
Yes.
All
great.
right. So we have 2 other persons with you this morning, and as they all know,
Hey, good morning.
You smiling so much you can't stop yourself from smiling. Say good morning to the lady. She's listening in it. So say good morning to her.
Good morning to you, Mom.
No, she's not known as mom here. You know. Here she's known as
Drumstick.
Drumsticks. You know, somebody asked me, Andrea, why do you call a lady drumsticks? I said, well, she loves that part of the chicken.
Ah, okay.
You know,
So do I.
Yeah, and we used to have when she just started to call, and we used to have a little chat, and I realized, okay, fine. And for the life of me, I can never remember her name. And herself and my sister are very good friends, but I can't remember her name. If you speaking about her, speak drumsticks, and I'm like, okay, fine. Olive, how are you?
I'm fine.
I haven't seen you in years. Are you okay?
Yes.
All right, how are the sisters?
They're fine.
On the boat still or here?
Here.
Here.
Yeah.
Good morning here. And sir, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good morning to you. I'm great. I'm doing fine.
What's your name?
Dalton Charles.
Dalton?
Charles.
Charles, where are you from, Charles?
From La Poterie, St. Andrews.
La Poterie in St. Andrews. Charles.
Yeah.
Charles. Charles. That's a familiar surname.
It is.
Very familiar.
In that area. There's a man who used to live in the Tivoli La Poterie area by the name of Satan, you know?
Yeah.
He related to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles is a known name.
Well, it sort of caused me to pause, and that's why I asked you if you know Satan, if you're related to Satan. There's another gentleman he died now. You probably may not remember but because he's from it's the same Charles family, but from the Upper St. John area. You know that area?
I'm related to the Charles in the Upper St. John as well.
So you know Mr. Gentleman called Mr. Sugar?
Sugar.
And then there's Zephyrin Charles, and there's a couple other people here. But if you're related to Satan, then you're related to the same man.
Yeah, I guess.
Mr. Sugar that I asked you about.
Okay.
And the bad thing about it with that is that you're related to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a bad thing?
Yeah, that's a bad thing about it. Because my dad is Charles. And my dad
from the Upper St. John?
Well, he is the son, he died. He's the son of that same Mr. Sugar I asked you about.
Okay.
And who is related to the Satan guy.
Yeah.
I the first time I met Satan was in the junction.
Tivoli Junction?
Tivoli Junction. He was there. So I went there, and then somebody said, "Sugar bite." And I didn't know who Satan was, but Satan, he was sitting on a stool and he turned around and he said, "Come." Like, okay, fine. What's your problem? So I went in and he says, "You related to Sugar?" I said, "Well, that's my grandfather."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you're related to me."
Yeah.
They call me Satan. I'm like, Jesus Christ. yeah, that's also nice. What's the first name?
Dalton.
Dalton Charles. Nice to have you, Dalton. Yeah. And let's go back to you, Mr. the Doctor. What? Anyway, I'm really accustomed to calling you Dr. Antoine, so it's not a problem. No, we have a problem. Not a problem. It is becoming a concern. Whereas it is deserved, and whereas every single person must be given their credentials, they're really taking it above board, boy. They're taking it up. Because if I meet Antoine, you wouldn't be bothered.
No.
That's what the thing is. And it's a wonderful thing. A lot of us, or a lot of people in Grenada at this time, they're taking education to the next level. Before, it was you finish school and you have 6 and 7 subjects, right? And you get a job. Then after that came associate degree, and then you get a job. and then they went on to a bachelor's, and you get a job, and then shortly after that you went to a master's, and now you're good. These days, all people ain't stopping. They're going and they're doing that. And because they would have done the PhD, a lot of them, if you address them as Mr. and stuff, they're quick to pull you and say, no, I am Dr. whatever. And I don't have a problem with it because you deserve it. It's yours, you deserve it. You have to have it. You work for that thing, and you beat a lot of hours in the night to get to that thing. But don't want to kill somebody who remembers you as Dalton. We'll call you Dalton and say, no, Doctor.
Well, if you go to my community in Butch Grove, they call me by my nickname. Go there. I still have again.
I'm trying. Really, I'm happy that you're here when I said it, because I mean no disrespect to the people, because I know they would have spent a lot of money to do this and a lot of hours of studies, and then writing a thesis and defending a thesis is no easy thing.
That's true.
It's no easy thing because a thesis is original.
Yes. Which is why you're the most authoritative person on that subject.
On that subject matter. So I believe that you have to think, but some people they talk down, and they pull you up if you didn't give them their title. But I know you're the guy who don't read all of this thing, do you?
No need to.
This morning, and the friends, this is one of the times that, because he's Dr. Twine, I'm not going to be bothered about what he wants to talk about. We're just going to have a discussion. What's the discussion about this morning, Anthony?
This morning we want to talk about the Isle of Spice Farmers Association that we've been forming and working at for the last several months, almost 8-9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With the objective of helping to revitalize the spice industry in Grenada. And you notice we said Isle of Spice Farmers Association.
Mm-hmm.
And so the focus is to figure ways and means to rehabilitate the production of the widest range of spices that Grenada has always been known for. For example, we made mention of Cabina a while ago. Mm-hmm. But then, so that needs to be rehabilitated. Sapot used to be a very popular spice as well. Hardly anybody has a sapot tree in the backyard or in the garden anymore. Then we have pimento, used to be a big thing one time in Grenada, and fewer people have it now. Clove is still a big thing, so too is nutmeg, and of course the cinnamon by its very nature. But just some of the spices that Grenada is well known for, used to be well known for. Mm-hmm. And the first set I mentioned, besides the nutmeg and the clove, have been on the wane for the last several decades. And I think it's important that at this stage we revitalize that sector, because the potential in that sector is much more tremendous than you and I could think of.
The potential in the
potential economic development in the spice sector in Grenada is tremendous.
Explain that further.
All right. My outlook on the whole agricultural sector is like every aspect of any crop, we try to use it, make maximum use of it. So in the case of, let's say, the cinnamon, the cinnamon bark is what we focus on. That's what we produce, that's what we sell. But the cinnamon leaves also has tremendous potential as a source of income for the farmers. Yeah. The cinnamon roots, the root of the trees also has potential as a source of income for farmers. And the reason is because those parts of the tree also have trimmers, what we call essential that has great in the cosmetic industry, in the food industry, in the pharmaceutical industry, in the candy industry. But yet still we have those things being thrown out as waste. The leaves, for example.
Well, nobody bothers with the leaves. The farmers, when they cut this, when the cinnamon is ready to be cut, when the spice tree is ready to be cut, they cut the spice tree, they hell out the leaves and the small branches, and of course the roots would stay in the ground there and rot.
Right.
Nobody bothers with that.
So,
or regrow, maybe.
Regrow, yes.
Yeah.
So here we are saying to you now that no, the leaves has potential economic value to the farmers. Actually, we've been doing some research work on the extraction of the essential oils from the leaves. And of course, my dear sister here would. It's part of the process.
We'll come to that.
and so once we've come up with a methodology or methods for extracting that essential oil, and once we are able to set up a commercial scale still for the extraction of the oils from those leaves using a large capacity system, then we should be able to buy the leaves from the farmers and give them cash for the leaves. So in other words, instead of just throwing the leaves on the ground, they now can get money for it. But the other part of it is, Andre, even after you extract the oil, the same composting material, the waste could go back into the composting material that it used to be. So when you look at it, you have two value now. Potential composting material, but the essential oil is of greater economic value than just the composted leaves. And so here is where the potential lies for farmers in terms of the benefits to be obtained from the production of cinnamon. But hold on, that same principle could extend it to the clove, right? The pimento. You could extend that principle to the citrus peels that we throw. We eat the orange and we just throw the skin. Some of us use it for making brewing teas, right? But there are essential oils in those peels as well that has economic value. So that's focused on trying to build in the spice sector.
And who is just you guys, just your company, De Beauregard?
Well, we initiated the process, but we're trying to make it an independent association of farmers, So every month we've been having a monthly meeting on the third Thursday, so as to educate our farmers and make them aware of the spice industry and the spice sector. And part of our monthly meetings is a presentation on one of the spices.
Do you have good participation?
Yes, we do have participation. We generally have the meetings on the upper level, Baines Hall. At 5 o'clock, we're supposed to meet there on third Thursday every month. And we do have a lively discussion. We have a wide range of people come over the several months since we've been meeting there.
How long has that been?
We had our first meeting, was it June last year?
June
last year. Yeah. We've been working at it. And we're in the process of registering the organization, writing up articles of incorporation and getting that filed with the registrar.
To do the oil production.
Yes.
It's not going to be an easy thing, or it is not an easy thing, and it is not an inexpensive thing.
True.
How are you coping with that? That's good.
And because of my skills in the area is why I'm able to broach the issue. Basically, by coughing on the money is necessary for the work period. We don't have a choice, But here is where research becomes essential for any organization wanting to survive and thrive in Grenada or throughout the world. And one of the big problems we have here in Grenada is research and development is hardly ever mentioned or talked about. GCNE had one of the greatest opportunity to be a leading organization involved in R&D, and that is not to be. Let me just make one additional point before I forget.
Let me just tell you, the last time you were here, or the last time we spoke, about GCNA, you lost your position on the board. You know that. Are you on the board again?
They don't even want me to attend the general meeting, So yeah, research is not a part of the average business organization, not in Grenada, and to a great extent throughout the Caribbean. In fact, one of the last piece of data I had a few months ago was about 0.1% of the gross GDP of the Caribbean is spent on research. And most of that research goes into the service sector, surveys. Yeah. But R&D in terms of discovery, in terms of knowledge creation, is not part of our vocabulary. And in fact, this is why I was trying to suggest to the new administration the importance of setting up what I call a Ministry of Science and Technology, whose focus would be to develop a science culture in Grenada.
Well, there was a Ministry of Science. Well, there was Science and Technology before. Was it a department or something before?
No, we used to have the National Science and Technology National Conference or Council on Science and Technology.
There was a department in government that dealt with science and technology.
I'm not aware of.
I
know they used to have a scientific.
Ministry of Education?
No,
a chief scientist. Agriculture.
It was under the Prime Minister, Science and Technology. That was a department under it. What, I mean, the amount of work they did, I don't know.
Yeah, also the scope of work.
I really don't know. But you are very knowledgeable. You're a scientist in your own right, of course. Well, not your own right. You are a scientist. The thing is, you have the knowledge. Are you passing on the knowledge, or are you hoarding the knowledge and saying, you know what, I don't want to do something, give these people this thing just free of cost? I mean, the workers around you.
No, I'm not hoarding the knowledge. In fact, that's why we have this educational program within the Spice Farmers Association meeting to ensure that every session is an opportunity to learn something about one of our spices or other spices in general. You know, historically, spices was the reason why Christopher Columbus, as they call him, came to the world, because he was searching for different ways to get to the spices in Asia.
I believe.
That's the story. Yeah. So, but historically, spices has played a great role in mankind. You know, spices used way back before the New World was
well, the
revealed.
Egyptians used it for preservation of the
environment. Yes,
environment.
that's correct.
That was a big thing then.
It's still a big thing, really.
Yeah.
The spice used to be a big premium product in the early days that were when the Europeans began to, you know. And so historically, spices have been a big part of the Asian countries, tropical countries in particular. And wars were fought over spice, the road to, trying to reach these spice sources.
Based on what you said earlier, I get the impression that we are not doing too well in relation to our spices. Okay, and I don't want anybody to misunderstand when I say spices, because we are talking here about all different kinds of spices. And yes, you probably know cinnamon, well, that is spices. Yes, it is just one of the many that we have available here in Grenada. But I get the impression that we have a problem.
Yes.
A serious problem in terms of quantity,
and continuity. Because I remember growing up, we used to have a lot of tonka bean and sapot, for example, right? All over the neighborhoods through Grenada. Only to come back and realize I've only been made aware of about 3 or 5 sapot trees since I've been here.
I don't even know what one looks like.
Yeah. Also found out that a lot of people were cutting down their tonka bean trees, you know. Dennis Noel was one of the few people who every time he goes to his trade show made sure he took the tonka bean to sell to his customers in Europe, you know. Other to that, I'm not aware of anybody selling tonka bean except the interaction that occurs between the vendors here and visitors.
Tonka bean is a sort of a pink one, is it?
No, it's a brown elliptical seed, like wrinkly. Yeah. Yes, it comes in a shell. But then once you break the shell and release the seed, if it's dried properly, then the skin becomes...
It's like a large bin.
Yeah. Before the seed is dry, before the seed that you expose is dry, doesn't it look like his shirt somehow?
You're talking about the sapot. The flesh in the sapot.
Yeah,
the flesh in the sapot is what looks like that.
I don't even know the difference.
And the seed of the sapot is kind of like a small egg. Yes, elliptical shape. Yeah.
You know that wild tree we call lagine?
Forget that. Don't try. Come on, we're supposed to be related to trying to embarrass.
No, it's a common tree, but the fruit of that particular tree, matter of fact, the leaves of the lagine looks just like both the sapot and the tonka bean.
Okay.
So they could be related somehow. But that fruit looks like the...
Now that the conversation has come to you, what is your role within the Isle of Spice?
The acting chair of the organization at the moment. Well, we have collectively working to get farmers on board to understand the importance, as Dr. Antonov said earlier on, of our spice industry. Spice industry is a billion-trillion-dollar industry. Our spice, Grenada is unique as the Isle of Spice. I mean, we may change the name, but Isle of Spice, with the history and heritage of Grenada, based on spice, we have a unique opportunity. And our microclimate has even add value to our spices. And once you realize the importance of our spices, you realize the big and massive industry that we could tap in and stop selling our spices like in caucus bag like we normally do. And I think the focus here is added value, re-education, and that's what Isle of Spice Farmers Association intend to do in moving forward.
Adding value is what got him kicked out of the nutmeg board. Those are the words he said, and the next thing I knew, he called me and said he's no longer on the board because he was saying same thing when you said selling nutmegs in a caucus bag and saying that hey, we need to stop that. How do we re-educate? Because we still we have what is supposed to be a modern industry. I mean, even the ships that take away the nutmegs, even the ships have changed. But
we do the same thing.
We are doing the same thing, and we don't. And the thing, we don't make the bags. We still buying the bags from the same people that we selling the nutmegs to. Which I don't think. I mean, I've been looking at it. I'm like, well, this does not make sense. All these years, we still buying bags from them. We are supposed to add value. So, how are we going to deal with, Charles, the re-education here of our Grenadian farmer?
Grenada, we like to associate with success. And it's a good thing for us, the opportunity now. So once farmers see how successful we are in adding value to our spices, added income, the added value create added income, and that would create initiative for farmers to be on board. Basically, in practicality, the value that is added and the benefit that the farmers that is involved is getting.
I think that already.
We are in the budding stage, so the is on our meeting. We would educate on every start from A to Z in our spices. So we start practically giving farmers the idea, opening the knowledge to them as to that particular spice
and the position it holds in world market, in medical benefits, in the purpose and why the growth is going forward with those particular spices. So farmers will now start thinking the importance to go and replant. Since Ivan has devastated our industry, we would have relapse in the revitalization of our spices. But now is the opportunity where we can look at the value and start replanting. And the organization is here to work with the farmer and assist them in even planting materials, the re-education, and the whole moving forward of the industry in Grenada.
Can you tell us, off the top of your head here, what are the spices that we are known for or we can grow here? Or the spice that you start focusing on?
We've been growing a lot of spices. I mean, Grenada would have known for its nutmeg, and its cinnamon, its clove, well, its mace. But we've been growing black peppers, we've been growing vanillas, we've been growing tonka bean, we've been growing, well, peppers are spices. We've been growing so much spices. We have over 40 spices in Grenada, which, I mean, they have a department that they call minor spice because they are not heard of. But we have the opportunity for different farmers, different locations throughout the country to get involved in the different spices. If your area is not located where you could grow nutmeg efficiently, you grow black pepper, or you grow turmeric, or you grow ginger. You know, all those are spices. And the medical value and the importance of our spice is tremendous. Once we understand the importance, and that is why as an organization we are educating our farmers to understand the importance of those spices. We could in order we have to take the opportunity as individuals, but as ourselves, as people, to use that opportunity so that we could seriously develop ourselves and in turn our country. And we could use spice to do that. We are the Isle of Spice.
Olive, what's your position? What do you do?
I am one of 3 laboratory technicians assigned to Isle of Spice flavors. And our primary goal is to focus on research development, which requires us to search, research, and search again, right? As Dr. Anton will always say to us, it's important that we remain focus-driven and we research to find the unknown to make it known, right? So at the lab, we focus solely on research development, as I stated. So we will be doing experiment, we'll research to find empirical information, which is of utmost importance in going forward to assist us with finding the unknown to make it known.
Let me just add another thing to that, Andre. Currently, we're in the process of developing a method for the extraction of the essential oils, specifically in our case.
Yes.
Using the various raw materials that we have referenced earlier on, so like the leaves and the peels, the barks, the roots. Yeah. So in they actually the experimental creating the knowledge we need to understand how to obtain the essential oils from the raw materials. So that's exactly what Ollie.
I remember that not so very long ago, there was a factory in the Birch Grove area.
Yes.
Doing oils, essential oils?
Correct.
Where is that factory now?
Still there. It's in Monolam. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's still there.
It's still there.
Is it functioning?
No, not I'm aware of, but I know there have been a few attempts to revive it, and for some strange reason, it just stays in the mud. It's the nutmeg oil plant that was built in Monlong by one Mr. Webb, and has been ownership has changed over
Who owns it now? Yeah, who owns it?
Well, the last thing I learned was that Patrick Antoine.
The owner owns it?
I would like to have it. No, Patrick Antoine, I think, was the last person I understood owned it. But I know he's busy doing a whole host of other things. So, and I know they were doing some work up to a few years ago, and Castanet that passed away, and I didn't hear anything about it since. I tried during the COVID, just before COVID, or somewhere around the time COVID period, and that didn't come through. And I think they made a second attempt since, and so that's where they are. I'm not sure it's operating at this point. That's the long and short of it. I think it's closed. But it's a great facility in terms of the equipment they have there. And they did some work in the past because they used to provide Dennis Noel with nutmeg oil one time. When they were, when they were.
did?
Yeah, yes. Which is why I do not understand why the facility here in Mali remains.
I'm coming to that. I knew you were going to go right there. I knew. I led you to that.
Yeah. But before I go any further, Andrew, let me just back up a little bit. I want to just inform our audience here that spices have tremendous value. One, historically, original medicines were originated from plant material until the classical medicines began to be developed using, synthetic stuff. Yeah. So spices were the basis of our medicines centuries and centuries ago. And so spices were sought out as medicinal entities for dealing with various ailments. Yeah? Which is why we talked about turmeric, for example, having this blood factor, that cuminoid component helps alleviate blood clots. Yeah. Similarly, you have clove used to provide the analgesic effect when you do this. Yeah, numb that. And that's the same compound they probably one of the spices they use in the embalming of the mummies. Yeah. So the spices historically have been used as medicines. Okay. And they still have the medicinal value. They've not lost that. Okay. The problem we have is classical medicine evolved and to eclipse it. So having said that, many people still depend, especially in Asia, on spices to deal with their various ailments. For example, nutmeg. Nutmeg has the potential to assist in the healing from a stroke.
I tell you that when I was still in secondary school, as a young man, he would be nameless, but he had a stroke, and we did not know. When I say we did not know, I don't even think his family was aware of what really took place with him. But his mouth got twisted. However, I think it probably was a family member who had him having a nutmeg in his mouth every waking minute of the day. The only time he takes nutmeg out is when he goes to sleep. And today, if you see him, you cannot tell that there was anything wrong with him. And so I know that for a fact. The nutmeg had something to do.
Yes. In fact, if I rightly recall, when George Brizan wrote the Black Gold book, one of the things he highlighted was the medicinal benefits of the nutmeg, which we other people never fully understand and still do not understand fully. But yes, the nutmeg has that effect of helping to stimulate the nerves, which is why the young man would have been healed to the point where his nerves take back control of his muscles to enable his speech. But the same thing happens to people who are finding it difficult to use their arm, yes, and their legs. There's a young man who could testify to that in violence. He could tell you. The last time I saw him, he said, and he lifted his left arm and he waved to me. And he said,
as a signal.
Yes, and he said, no, I still go in the field now and pick up nutmegs again.
Okay.
Yes, so yes, the nutmeg has significant medicinal benefits that we do not fully appreciate. But that's just one example. I mentioned clove as well. And now you would probably hear about cinnamon and its effect on diabetes, which is a big medical problem throughout the world. So we could probably go on and on for all the range of spices that you're familiar with, including the black pepper.
Well, I was going to come to that in a short while because you mentioned it, and I'm going to come back to it, but we're going to take a commercial break now, and then I'll come back with, and when we start the conversation, we're going to start with this black pepper thing. Yeah. This is real. 99.5. Real FM Grenada.com. You're listening to probably your best radio station this part of the universe.
Keep it real.
Well, duh. They should keep it real. They don't have a choice, do they? They most definitely don't have a choice. But let me just quickly read this to you, friends. I think you'd want to know that this morning, breakfast at Velma's, she has fried chicken, egg omelet with fried bakes, hot chocolate, coffee, and tea. Lunch today, she's saying that it's curry day. So she has curry potato with basmati rice, curry lamb bean, curry chicken, curry fish. Well, maybe I should say curry ground provision too. But no, she has ground provision, coleslaw, vegetarian pasta, and the soup for the day, fish broth. Dinner, and of course anything after dinner, burgers and fries. Stay with us. This is Real 91.9, 91.5.
Yeah. Still number one.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar of agro supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
The general public is invited to a customer service workshop facilitated by communication specialist Shama Wells on Saturday 22nd April 2023 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Areas of discussion: what is customer service? Evolution of customer service, rules for great customer service, making a good impression, and many more customer service related topics. For more information and registration, email vidscope1@gmail.com or call 457-1990 or 435-0277 for more details. Please note that registration ends on Monday, April 17th.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression.
Express your style with color by Seasons.
Boy, yo, they gonna fly with kite now. The wind picking up. I'm coming. Karim, what you doing? Fly my kite. Yeah, but not here. You can't fly kite near power lines, boy. Why not? The wind good. Because mommy say, kite threads conduct electricity. Yeah, kite. He's right. If your kite gets stuck in power lines, it can cause power outages, or even worse, it can get shocked. Come, let's go and fly them in the pasture. Yeah, that makes sense.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man, Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flat. Why everybody want to sit down the computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You couldn't do without code and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad. During the revolution, we used to use up all the fruits that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level, now they use them though.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Guys, we don't have Olive with us, but put your headphones on because I believe we have a call. I'm seeing the call online there. I hope that person is still there. Been hanging on for a long time now. So you guys hearing me, okay? Good. You hearing me, Antoine? You're not hearing me?
Not through the phones.
Not through the headphones? That is kind of interesting. You hearing me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So he's hearing me now. So let's go and say good morning. Hello? Well, the person is not there. But if you so desire and you believe that you want to call, the number is 442-0175, and you can call us. And you can speak to Dr. Antoine, you can speak to Brother Charles here, and of course, Oliver's just stepped out for a bit. She will most definitely, she'll be back. But them, and you can find out more about this association, this grouping, Isle of Spice, Spice Farmers Association, and they meet in Grenville at least once a month, and they're looking to grow. And I'm sure that before long, it will not just be Isle of Spice Farmers Association meeting in Grenville. They probably would have sub meetings in Boca, sub meetings in Grove, wherever. A spice at, oh, there is a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Yes. Can you just speak up, please, so that I can hear you, yeah?
Yeah. And good morning to Dr. Antoine and Brother Charles.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, Brother Antoine, you spoke of the tanker bin, right? And Mr. Dennis. But it seems to me that the Noel, especially his grandfather, Mr. Francis Noel, must have been very involved in the production. That remember from Baba, right up to of the tanker being planted right up when they were there, right? To that's all. However, that's a cola nut, cola nut was wild. And to me, cola nut seems to be was an energy drink, because the men who work in the forest, they would always go to work with cola nut, put it in the water, and they drank that water for the whole day, and they say that gives them strength. When you are making our local cocoa, our parents and great-grandparents will always grate the cola nut and put in cocoa tea. So it seems that cola nut too, that cola nut, was an energy drink, And throughout the ages, Grenada has been the most diversified agriculture country in the Caribbean. You look at our tanker beans or our cinnamon and all the spices you can think about was grown here. And I think it is very, very important that we, that what you are doing is very important as we look back at the importance of the spice industry in our country, and that factory that is in Mustik, which you're saying is Monlong, but I mean, as a Brother boy, you must know the difference between Mustik and Monlong, eh?
Accepted.
So then we have a facility there that you can do so much with, and just lying idle by it, So I think that we go back to our tanker bean and our cola nuts, and all the spices that we used to put in our chocolate when we do duty master and very important. We need to reactivate minor spices, as it was called there, but I don't think it has to be minor more. It has to be a production in the agriculture country.
Agreed. Fully.
Yeah, we have to look at our spice there. We will not call the other spice accidentally. So I'm saying that's a very interesting program, and we'll follow up on it. And again, we must see if we can find that Agricola where we can, a lot of information is there. Have a good morning.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Yeah, that's my historian. That's my historian.
Yes.
He has photographic memory. Yeah. Charles?
And if Mr. Brevoy mentioned cola nut, the leading beverage in the world, Coca-Cola, cola nut is one of the ingredients in that drink.
For real?
Yeah. That's why the word Coca-Cola, cola, as in the cola
So
nut.
the cola is from the cola nut?
Yeah.
And the coca is from the cocaine?
Yeah,
coca.
from the coca plant.
Not cocaine, coca.
The coca tree.
No, that's okay. It's okay to. It's okay to.
Cola. Oh.
Yeah.
So that is what I was talking about, because cola nut has a pinkish color.
Yeah.
So that is what I was talking about earlier.
And the reason Brave Boy makes reference to the farmers using it in the mountain is because it's rich in caffeine.
Yeah, it's energy drink.
And so it boosts your energy, which is why when you take, for example, caffeine-rich sodas, you tend to get very lively. You know?
You're hyper. Yeah.
And cocoa and coffee have the same effect, you know. Or cocoa, chocolate, and the coffee, they have similar effect. Because they have similar compounds that have similar effect to the caffeine in boosting energy.
We have only just started.
Yes.
We're going to come to black pepper in a while, but we have only just started as a nation to exploit our cocoa and not export as much in bags. We still do in bags. But now we have about 5 different chocolate factories across the island, and I'm still trying to figure out why are we doing 5 really and truly. Does it make sense? And I'll be the first to say no. And I always remember what Jim, my good friend at who used to be with Diamond Factory, that's the guy who put this stuff together, the Caucasian guy,
American.
Yeah. And he said to me that all the cocoa grown in St. Vincent, all the cocoa grown in Trinidad or whatever other island close to Grenada, including the cocoa here in Grenada, is not enough to feed that monster, he called it. And I'm trying to figure if that is true, why can't people deep into all your grinding and your what and your what, and you can take it now and do whatever you want to do with it at your premise? Why go and invest in that? And I'm trying to figure out for life of me, what is the situation here?
In fact, in one of my conversations with the chairman, the managing director, Mr. Hastic, he did point out to me the fact that one of the things they try to encourage is for our people to come get the cocoa mass and go do their own thing with it, so that they become a supplier of that intermediate form of the product that can be used to make your candies, to make your chocolate bars, to do your teas and so on. And so that's what I think they want to encourage and highlight.
So how come they're building a new chocolate factory in Mount Horn?
No, they're trying to do what is described as a milk chocolate product.
And
the milk chocolate milk is a very delicate food product.
We know that.
And therefore you need to ensure a high quality of hygienic and sanitary practices.
So that can happen in Victoria?
No. It's the facility won't accommodate that. No, sorry, my apologies.
There's another facility across the road from it that they're trying to make it into some kind of restaurant, tourist kind of thing.
Well,
so you're telling me that couldn't have been?
That's a different question. Yes, that's an alternative. Yes.
But they ain't fooling me with this. They do better than that.
I personally, if I had to make a suggestion, I would recommend they do not get into milk chocolate business, and I'll tell you why. More and more people are getting to appreciate the nutritional value of cocoa and the medicinal value of cocoa. And so more and more people are using the dark chocolate as opposed to the milk chocolate. If they were to focus on promoting the dark cocoa products from Grenada, they make much greater head than trying to compete manufacturers of the chocolate and milk chocolate products.
But look at it this way. We don't have that quantity of milk. We barely could get a pound of beef to buy.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So why are you going into that anyway?
That's part of the downside.
You can stick to that chocolate that you've been doing. You can stick to that and start to realize, okay, fine, we're no longer going to add sugar to it. We're going to use honey.
Yeah.
You know, these as a sweetener, or what do you call that leaf, that stevia thing?
Yeah, stevia.
Which can grow here. We can use stevia now as a sweetener instead of sugar. You know, all these kind of things, and you can't do a dumb thing like if we're New Zealand.
Well, I would have taken a different approach if I were, in fact, I actually suggested.
You not a man?
No,
okay, right. So, you know, let's get fired.
Even to get around to the general meeting is difficult. So, yeah. But I would have preferred if they would have focused on maximizing the widest range of products from the cocoa, including the vinegar, including making cocoa juice.
Including the what?
Vinegar.
You mean like vinegar?
Yeah.
One of the finest tasting vinegar you could get is made from cocoa juice. And I know that because I did it. And I sampled it with them. Yeah. Yes.
And spices on a whole. Spices.
No, just the cocoa juice itself.
Yeah, but no, spices in general.
Yeah.
Gives one of the top vinegars.
Pause there because I don't want people to think I was going to talk about something.
Let's give
Black
spices.
pepper.
Yes.
You guys mentioned that.
Yes.
Yeah? Who's going to speak to me about black pepper? Because honestly, I did not know that we could grow that.
Yes, it's grown here in Ireland. It's been grown. If you go down to Laura Land, for example, you see, I think they probably have it as well.
Yeah.
You'd see vine growing.
It's a vine.
Yeah, it's a vine.
It's a vine, like.
It's like when I came by and I didn't realize that vanilla vine.
Yes, an orchid. It belongs
It's
to
an
the orchid
orchid.
family.
Yeah,
Yes.
an orchid. Yeah.
But it was a vine on the trees just for support, you know.
So it is.
Black
pepper, yeah.
Black pepper. Earlier on when Dr. Antoine spoke about Christopher Columbus coming across the Atlantic.
That guy.
Black pepper in Europe was king. Matter of fact, it was so valuable they call it black gold. And it dates way back in the Roman Empire time. And if you fast track now to the Ukraine war and the shift of commerce, that same thing would have been in Europe at the time with the end of the Black Plague and the problem with the Suez Canal. The Genoese, who was the main traders of black pepper in Europe, they was unable to pass through the Suez Canal with their product because the Arabs would have controlled the Suez Canal. So they had to go west. And in coming west, based on the information that they would have gathered from the Moors, they came west for black pepper. So black pepper was one of the underlying factor of the Europeans coming west.
Spices, yeah.
And spices in general, you know. So
I am convinced that you are a Charles. See how intelligent we are?
I know. And don't underestimate the Charles to my left here, but I'll tell another factor.
Yeah, but hold on.
My grandma is also Charles.
Oh, yeah. You want to be in the family now. You see, look at that. You are and fine. Oh, I thought we had a caller there. 4420175. You can call us and we'll be happy to. Or we go until 9 o'clock. It's 26 minutes, and that is before the hour of 9 o'clock. And a good looking Thursday morning on Real 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com. Olive, what is a day on the job like for you?
A day on the job for me.
Call it coming to.
Basically will be pretty interesting. As I stated earlier, we pride ourselves on research development. So, as we're in the process of research development, it will get quite interesting to come across information that we are unaware of and analyze the information in such a way that other persons will be able to understand.
All right, so stick right there. I'll be back with you. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Donald.
Sir, how are you?
Not too bad. And good morning to your panelists. And so, my interest, right, in the whole question of the spices that we have is the use of the spices when it comes to controlling pests in our island. We tend to, including me for a particular time, wanting to destroy a lot of the pests and so that we have around, which is very useful for agriculture and other uses. Specifically to Mr. Antoine, can our spices be used in the controlling of pests and so within our country, things like ants, the roaches, rats, and in particular bats? Thank you. Have a good morning.
Yes, thank you, caller. A very, very good question. Yes, there are many components that you'd find in some of the spices that we have that would have various anti-rodent and properties to them. And let me give you one of the best examples I could think of: camphor. Camphor has great anti-insect properties to it, to the extent that can help eliminate cases depending on the type of insect, or act as a repellent in other cases. So that would be I can give you immediately. And the camphor, there used to be something called a camphor tree, right? Camphorus. I don't know if you're familiar with it. The citronella from the lemongrass, for example.
Citronella comes from lemongrass?
Citronella contains a compound called citronellal.
Yeah.
Which is
lemongrass contains a compound.
Precisely. Which is what is used to act as a repellent against mosquitoes, I think. Insecticide. Yes, yeah. So that's another example we could give.
Even cinnamon?
No, hold on. Pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper is a great, the black pepper in particular, or even the chili pepper, the
Hanabolo,
those hot peppers also have anti-insectal properties. You remember in years gone by, and Mr. Dr. Braveboy, I call him though, probably would recall, people used to store corn and peas in sacks in the homes.
Yeah, they put pepper in it.
Yeah, why? For the same reason. Yeah. It's an insect repellent.
Yeah, I remember them doing that.
So there are tremendous examples that could be highlighted as ways and means to use the various spices as anti-insect agents.
As a matter of fact, what they did in relation to the pepper is that they put black pepper. They just put a black pepper inside of the bag with the dried peas.
Or even the dried hot peppers, dried hot peppers. So those are examples. And I'm sure just one. There's a compound. There's a tree called neem.
I know it.
Right. The oil from neem also has tremendous anti-insecticidal properties. And so, in fact, neem is used in the agricultural sector as well, to control aphids, for example. Yeah.
I know that a lot of the south, they have neem trees planted these, and I questioned it one time, and it says it's an insect repellent.
Yeah. Let me just go back up to the camphor I mentioned a while. I know roaches are a big problem we have in Grenada. Camphor has serious anti-roach properties to it, and anti-mosquitoes to it.
So do we grow that tree here?
We do not grow it actively in Grenada, but it's a tree just like the eucalyptus tree or like the cedar tree that could be grown, and those have anti-insecticidal properties to them. So part of our task, therefore, Andre, is as we go, Charles, is to find out which of those oils would have what properties that would act against certain insects. For it requires research, and research requires money. And money is what we do not have, and money is what we're seeking. And so anybody who wants to invest in Isle of Spice Farmers activity, they're very welcome to join us, because
the government has money in the CES program, don't they?
That money is finished, Andre.
Who tell you that?
I was told.
Money finished.
That's what I was told. I was told the money is finished. We put in a for a piece of equipment that was going to help us to isolate. Yes, Mr. Olive? Isolate some of the oils we're extracting, you know. According to my grandmother and my neighbors, Jody.
Money done?
I hear a response. I didn't hear.
Maybe not yet. I always like to give people the benefit of.
I look for benefit.
Yeah, I always like to give because I mean, cess money is available.
Where I was, am I right or wrong?
How long cess money did finish?
It's endless. I don't know.
Anyway, good morning. How are you doing? Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Your panel is there is a road that should have to 12. That's ground.
Yes.
Right.
Vetiver.
So when clothes was stored in grip and suitcase, as we call them, the older folks would take the root from that grass, wash it and put it into the clothes in the suitcase, and that keep away moth and roaches.
Yes.
And we grow a lot. We grow a lot of that here, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say, the lady who says she does research, right? No. There was a tree here which we call the elder tree.
Yes.
And that was used for cold and asthma. So when children had bad cold and asthma, you would take the flowers from the elder and they would form it and extract the juice. And they would give to the children and they would bring up all the cold in a matter of minutes, all the cold from the chest. You understand me?
Yes.
So I think we need to do some research on that plant because it is a medicinal plant, you know, and nearly everybody knows the elder tree, the back of the house, in the front of the yard, you understand me?
Yeah.
So that is also a medicinal plant that was used in asthma, and we use the sweet root in the to keep the root shut the more.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you, Delbert. Very much appreciated. I'm aware of the use of the the
Vetiver?
No.
Elder tree?
The elder tree as a coal. In fact, I've been using it, which is why I tend to be able to take my cold under control quickly. But the elder is also being used, quote unquote, in the pharmaceutical industry in some of the medications for and you have the plant itself. So I would encourage us to use it in its natural form whenever we have colds. Because it is an active medicinal plant, very effective, and we got a lot of things like that. In fact, it is known that up to about 67-75% of most of the plants we probably have here, for example, would have antiviral properties to them.
What is that in English?
In English, it simply means that many of the plants we have here would have some medicine if we use them as medicines to deal with some viral infections, you know. Like I tell people, there's a compound in the group P which scientists have determined has very good effect, are very effective against the Zika virus and virus.
Griffin is becoming a thing of the past.
Which, like many of the spices we have, and so which is why, as we become aware of those things, we need to rehabilitate and those things to our culture.
And this is where I remember that on coming into office, this administration, one of the first things that they did, I'm like, yeah, good. Planting spices.
Yes.
They went into the Laura area and children are planting spices. And after 2 weeks, it's like once the children grade and nobody will plant no spice again.
No, we do plant spices.
Huh?
Yeah, spices.
But I'm talking about that whole drive
yes.
that I expected. Okay, yes, government started it, but they have to foster. Because if you don't foster the growth of it, it's just not going to happen. You start it and you speak to it, and children planting spice tree, yada yada, all over the, in the St. David's area, and I ain't seen no spice tree in St. Patrick's, or in St. Mark.
Well, let me just highlight a point here, Andre.
Mm-hmm.
We have this organization called Isle of Spice Flavors, which is a division of...
That's a t-shirt you have there, Olive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a division of ABE. And its focus is on the spices and the processing the spices and the essential oils. The essential oil production is what Olive is focusing on currently in terms of extracting of those oils from the various raw materials. But ultimately, the goal is that we ought to be able to process on a daily basis at a commercial level the production of spices as spice products, as well as the essential oils from the various spice materials we have here, so that by its very nature becomes a business enterprise that employs people, right? Provides jobs, brings in income to the farmers, because ultimately we want to be able to buy all the current waste material from farmers, including the leaves of the trees, the roots of the trees, the barks of the trees. And then when everything is spent and extracted, we want to be able to use the waste material for composting material, for composting. So that at the end of the day, the total plant gets used one way or the other and has commercial value to it. And so as we grow, this will evolve, but it's in its budding stages. And here is where we incorporate and we'll work hand in hand with the Isle of Spice Farmers Association, because we've been on the drive to been planting a wide range of spices over the last couple of years, including clove plants, tonka beans, coffee, pimento, border. So we've been on the drive, the spice rehabilitation drive, long before the idea of this governmental enterprise idea came about, just to share with the public. But of course, we will be willing to work with any administration if they would assist us in boosting that drive.
No, but I would see government continue with the Spice Farmers Association,
especially
come on board and in them being able to deliver plants to people and you see, I believe it's coming a time now when we need to see some pure stand, half an acre pure stand, black pepper, half an acre stand, what you call the vine thing?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yes. Actually, we're in the process of setting up a couple of pure stand, pure stands, working with some experts guiding us in the process. But the point I'm trying to make, though, is the fact that we've been actively involved in the last few years, couple of years at least, planting up a lot of the spice trees so as to bring about the change that we'd like to see. At the end of the day, Andre, I believe and we believe that Grenada's development depends on us. We cannot depend on a foreigner coming in and invest in our development. And so we have to take the initiative. We have to lead the process to get where we need to be.
Good morning, Dan. How are you? We very well.
Yes.
In Gual?
Yes, comrade. Greetings.
Right. And the other personnel, I don't know them, but one position, I would be said.
Thank you.
And I think we have to strike a balance and hit up. After Hurricane Ivan, I was supervisor on the Douglaston Estate. I looked at it going up to the Mongrambi, where we had a lot of clove trees that fell and a lot of clove. I sent all the cloves are there so that we could transplant. I explained it to the manager that would get these clove and them and transplant, because that area up there only had nutmegs, no other plants planted there. Nutmegs, nutmeg, that's where Douglaston was getting the most nutmeg from. And the gentleman told me yes. The boss told me yes, we're going to do it. I sent the gentleman about 3 times and cleaned it. And he started cutting the days. I said, look, if we have to make anything there, we have to clean up this and take out these clove. Clove, everybody knows clove have a big man. And today, I tell you the portion of because we never continue.
that area, talking about an area that have over 50 acres of all in nutmegs. So you could plant at the close plant within the rows and whatnot, so you could utilize that again, Douglas, and do nothing. There is so much potential. Every time we talk, I'm sorry that I don't have any position that have money, I have to put on investment. There's a lot of potential for agriculture in Grenada. Millions of potential for agriculture in Grenada. But we talk, government come, they talk, politics come, they talk, estate owners, people that have the money come, they talk, and we're not harnessing together. And therefore, we are not progress that is being expected. Grenada have a chance of developing itself. The same factory talk about the gentleman have in Yangan Power Place. That factory was owned by a cousin of
crops on your farm. The different crops helps create different compounds. So our uniqueness in the method that we farm in Grenada enhance our spice products. So we are we have great opportunity in going forward. So those factors, and we definitely work and we work to show the example that we come to realize that, hey, let us take advantage of the opportunity.
Not many young ladies are into research and development. How challenging has that been for you, Olive?
Honest, comprehensive skies.
What are the in English language?
It's very. I said research again. But that is rewarding for our country.
No qualms with making the sacrifice you speak of.
No, I have no difficulty in making it. I welcome the sacrifice.
You welcome the sacrifice.
Because I see, and our organization see the benefits.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
I tuned in a little while ago and I heard there were spices of grenade, things like that. Now I have two spice trees in my garden, and I'm not a big farmer. I'm just a little piece of ground I have, but I have a spice tree. And I noticed that spice is a very important what you call the cinnamon. But most people that have the spices, they just make use of the back of the spice from the tree, and all the leaves and the small branches are going to waste. Now, as somebody mentioned, one of the comments spice could preserve for certain that have the what you call that have the education in agriculture. If we try to use all the spice that we have, use the leaves to do certain things, to even prevent disease and those things from the plants, I think that would be very important, because when I take the dry spice leaves and I put it in a barrel with whatever food stuff, there would be no roach, no the small ants and what you call the weevils. You wouldn't find no weevil, cockroach, or anything like that. So I think if we could develop some system where we can use all the bourdain and the spice leaves and the small to make certain things that we can improve and try to eradicate all the disease that affecting certain plants. I think that is a good idea.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
Right.
Interesting. Spice leaves in a barrel.
I'm not familiar with that. The question becomes: did he have a control to verify that the leaf actually worked? Right.
You put it in the barrel.
Yeah,
and
put it.
no
So
roaches.
yeah, but
so
that's
you going to do research now?
No, and
that's the principle. That's the idea we're trying to highlight. You know,
cinnamon definitely have an effect on roaches and those things. So once he's using the cinnamon leaf, I think
you would get similar outcome.
Yeah, similar outcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's here again, Andre, highlighting the importance of actual research, so that we understand those properties of those spices. And which of the bugs that they have greatest effect or best effect against, and therefore to begin to use more of our natural products in helping to protect our crops, for example, or in helping to protect our foodstuff, in storage, or to keep our homes, free of pests and rodents. But again, if we don't do the research, like Dennis used to say, we wouldn't know. And so it's examples like this gentleman speaking here with the use of the cinnamon leaf. That's an example of something we need to research.
Dennis was in the process of taking the essential oil. Well, he did come up with an oil from Boabandi.
Yes.
And Dennis used to tell me that every morning he takes a little bit and put it. I said, "There's what that for?" He says, "I don't know yet." So have you ever getting the essential oils from that bark?
No, that's exactly the essential oil you get when you're doing the woodman, Andre.
That is not oil, I rum.
No.
We've got a caller. Good morning. Final caller. Tell us quickly.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
What about what we just call the bud pepper? What is good for?
Okay, you listen and the gentleman will tell you, okay?
All right.
All right, good.
Bud pepper is a spice that is good for heart disease. It's low blood pressure. It's very important with trauma, getting rid of trauma, cancer, because of some of the compounds that it has, the flavonoids. And it's key in rheumatism. It's one of the products you can add with turmeric, and it would definitely heal your rheumatism problem. It has vitamin A, vitamin E, and it also helps with keeping you young.
Cardiovascular
But
but
if I ain't get that bud pepper today, you dead. You forget about staying young. Finally, some youth this morning. What do you say? What do you say to people who you want to get involved in exactly what you're doing, making the sacrifice? What do you say to them?
I would say to all that is listening to me and viewing that spices is of utmost importance, and we are fortunate to be Grenadians to have such a wide area of spice in our country. So I'm encouraging you to get on board with our organization as we seek to revitalize the spice industry in the country and move the country forward.
Great. Charles, back to you.
Yes, I'm inviting all the farmers in the Grenville area. We're having a meeting this afternoon upstairs, the upper level. The focus today will be discussing bud pepper. So it's an educational program where you see and know the benefits and see the importance. It's like a business plan we're giving to the public, so you could actually run with it. It's being part of the organization.
I like how you said upstairs, the upper levels. I go to the roof.
Yeah, Andrew, I'm glad that some of our listeners called in have recognized the high value and importance of the spices that we've been trying to highlight. And so I guess we at the beginning of our program, where we'd have to come back and do some more in details on the various spices we have, because at the end of the day, yes, the economic value and potential we have here in Grenada is tremendous, especially in the spice sector. And so if we can begin the process of doing the research essential for understanding those spices and the application, and if we can mobilize our farmers to boost and increase the production of the various spices, I think we're onto something ultimately that's going to make a big difference for our economy. So yes, I think the spice sector holds a tremendous amount of potential for Grenada's socioeconomic development. And yes,
I have a project for you, Dr. Antoine, and it has to do with the spices. One, we don't know our spices.
Very correct.
We don't know what they look like.
And we don't fully appreciate them.
We don't appreciate them. We don't know the value.
That is true.
How about we sit down and do some work, put together information on every different spice that we have?
Actually, part of our program of the Isle of Spice Farmers Association is to put together a brochure of all the spices we'll be discussing at our various meetings, so that at the end of the day we have a document that we can share with our farmers. So that's in the making.
That's a good thing to do, but I tell you what, you're going to do that brochure, it's going to look nice and pretty.
No, well, not just a brochure, but a booklet, probably, I should say, yes.
The booklet is going to look nice and pretty, and that person is going to, everybody's going to fight for one when you put it out. If you follow them, some of them would leave it on the buses.
It's on the shelf.
It stays on the shelf in their house. It's not they're using the fan. No, it's real. When you do these things these days, you have to document it on social media. You guys need to have your Facebook page. You need to have that.
Okay.
You need to develop your own YouTube channel so that you can upload, you can do these documentaries on black pepper, from showing black pepper from the onset, from how it germinates, to how the vine runs, to when it bears fruit, to when you pick it and how you treat it. That's a whole documentary in itself. You do that documentary, of us upload it in the channel. That is a lot less expensive. Well, no, it's not less expensive, but that would save people up there and they're probably going through online and see it and they start. They're finding fire with your pamphlet. Sooner or later, that will end up in the fire. But no, really,
but yes,
you
yes.
need to start to start going that way.
At the end of the day, Andre, like it or not,
you can give us the job, really. If you can give really him the job to start managing your social media page and everything like that, and managing your YouTube channel and assisting you in putting things, you can give him the job. And I'm sure Vondel will do it for a minimal fee.
Management of all.
Yeah, your entire social media platform. He'll create your website. He'll handle your Facebook, everything, and you'll minimal fee. That's it. You're up there. You cannot exist like this. You should not.
We will not continue to exist like this, but we're growing into a situation. We're growing into evolving.
I'm just giving that you Charles. Dr. Twine Olive and what's the first name? Dalton Charles. Yeah. I thank you guys so much. And I want this to be something continuous because we need to find out what's happening with you guys. So even if you don't call me, if you want me, Dalton can call in, Olive can call in on a Thursday morning and say, hey Jay, this is where we are, this is what we're doing, this is what's taking place. I want it to be a continuous process.
Okay.
Between you, meaning the organization, and Real FM, because this is what we are all about.
Okay.
We want, and we'd love for CES to help you. All right, guys, thanks again, and do have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of Thursday.
Thanks, and thanks for having us.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right,
thanks to our audience out there.
All right, great, take care.
Number one. Let's be number one. Oh,
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us at 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out best with care